Tajiri wangu, so clearly that is his boss, and so he will tell us why he considers this bike in particular to be his boss. And also we're delighted to have Samuel Nganga, who commonly known as chairperson or chair as they would call him. He's the chairperson Nairobi County Bodaboda Safety Association of Kenya. Thank you so much, Chair, for creating time to be with us. What does it take to qualify to be a chairperson?
For one to be the chair of Bodaboda, once you must be a leader.
Okay, you must be a rider. Oh, that's the first qualification.
Because you can't be the chair of people whom you don't know the activity they are doing.
Yes.
So for you to be a chairman, you must have been a leader. You have been in leadership.
Right.
From the stage level, all the way to ward level, sub-county level, up to the county level.
So how long does it take for you to be a chair? Like, I mean, for how long? You are picked as a chair for a period of how long?
Okay, for the Bodaboda State of Kenya, the chair chairs to be in a period of 3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
So you are into how many years yourself? It is renewable based on how you perform. How long have you done this?
I've been chairman since 2017.
Since 2017.
Yes.
Now that's quite a long time. So ukipanda rank, unawacha kuendesha pikipiki. This is your second term.
Yeah.
So ukipanda rank, unaacha pikipiki ama what happens exactly?
Now you see, when maybe after 2 terms, even I myself, I need to see somebody else leading me. So it's come a time when now I relax, and because I have already mentored other chairmen from other areas.
So you are elected, or what happens?
Yes, we normally do election.
All right, that is good. Captain.
Yes.
Jambo
sana.
Leo tumekuharibia kazi kidogo.
No problem. Actually, I'll have to say thank you for having me here today. It's a privilege because nimetamani sana kuwa on TV.
Yeah, nice. Thank you so much. Na naona umekuja na tajiri wako.
Of course.
How long have you been doing this?
Basically, I began doing Bodaboda back in 2019. Yeah.
All right, 2019. So close to how many years? 2, 3, 4 years thereabout.
Yes.
And so you are doing it for fun. Unajua kuna wale wana riding it to the bike, because this one's this one inakaa mzuri sana. But then again, like you say,
yes,
you are a captain, you are into it. Naona uko na bag yako hapo. So yours must be different.
Yeah.
Your box indicates that maybe how baby watu, or what exactly?
Generally, before I began doing deliveries, mimi nilikuwa mtu wa bodaboda.
Okay.
And I'm still a bodaboda person. If you want me to carry you, I'll just natoa box ama nakuweka na box. Actually, when I carry with this box, it's safer and it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Because hautakuwa na stretch kwenda nyuma. You'll feel it's an open sunroof, I can say. Yeah.
So ukisema deliveries unafanya across, ama there's a specific company that you work with?
I don't work with any company. I work for myself and my direct clients.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So like when you say your direct clients, how do you get them? So kama vile nimekujua hivi, then I consider you as my boda guy. In case nataka kitu ichukuliwe, then I call you. That is how you get your clients, or how?
Nilikuwa tu kwa stage nimetulia hivi. I just tweeted that I can deliver anything for you. And that tweet went viral. People began calling me. That's where my clientele began coming in.
But now you are alone, or you have a fleet of other bodaboda riders that are, under you? Because now I'm imagining we're mtu mmoja and you have clients like what, to 50. Yes. How do you manage them? How do you deliver?
I have a brother of mine called Jared.
Okay.
And a few friends of mine, we used to be in the same stage. I sijawa employ, but I work with them because there are times unapata I have a lot of work. I'll have to delegate to them. Na wao watalipwa ile pesa mimi ningelipwa.
Okay.
It's not like
ati utachukua cut.
No. I just ninawaambianga tu kama nimekupea kazi, just do it as me.
Yeah.
Make the client akue happy. Yes.
So you have clients across Nairobi ama wapi?
My first client came from America.
Wow.
Yes, my first client on Twitter alinitumia pesa was 52,000.
Nice.
I do some shopping, nipeleke mzazi wake home.
Oh.
And I was like, how?
Can someone trust you?
Yeah, sikuamini. That's where my trust with people on Twitter began from. Yeah.
All right, so on Twitter unaitwa nani?
Captain Ochenge.
Captain Ochenge. You must have seen him. Kama unajua vizuri sana, you have at some point in time wish to have, your goods delivered from point A to point B. And also you want to have someone whom you can trust. So it is just you as an individual, or you're thinking of setting up a company? Because, it's one thing who could trust wewe as an individual. It's better when you are a company and someone knows that nikituma 52,000 for Captain Ochenge, without doubt, itafika.
As of now, just alone, I've been thinking of beginning a company. I have the manpower, but I don't have the money to begin a company.
Okay.
And like the resources to begin a company. If there could be someone who is maybe a sponsor ama someone else, hata kama ni ndugu yangu hapa akona pesa na nataka tuanzishe kampuni na yeye, I'll be glad, like we do partnership.
How expensive to set up? Kama umeangalia ukapima ukaona na ni kampuni nini na iko needed, pikipiki and all that.
I have not outsourced my research fully, but I think it's something like 200,000. Yeah.
Challenge on you. Yes. I'm keen to know how much you make in a day, so that we say mbona ufikishi hiyo. But of course, unajua as you make also mahitaji hapo. We're coming back to that. So, Chairman.
Yes.
Bodaboda business in Nairobi.
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
One, most people normally think that Bodaboda business is just about varying customers from point A to point B, but not that the scenario of the Bodaboda. If you look at the Bodaboda industry itself, it have a lot of entities, whereby, for one, for me to maintain my bike, I need a mechanic.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So, then the mechanic, he can't do his job without spare parts.
Okay, without spare parts, okay.
You see? So it is a chain of many entities.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
Now, if you can look for the business of spare parts, you see, if you go just down here near Makema, you'll find one shop with maybe 5 workers. And all of them, they are relying with the Bodaboda industry.
Yeah.
So this one bike can employ more than 10 people within a day.
Yeah.
Okay? Because one, for it to operate, it needs fuel.
Yeah.
So the person who is in a petrol station relying in this motorbike.
Motorbike.
You see? Yeah. So it's a big business.
Yes.
A very big business. In fact, if you look at that economically, in fact,
it's quite a big driver of economy.
With my understanding, we must be the first person, the first industry that's making the economy of Kenya to grow.
To grow. All right, I'm glad you've spoken about the entire chain, and including us.
Yes.
Who depend on Bodaboda.
Exactly.
Otherwise, how does my good come from point A to point B? How do most of the times you're on traffic, you are probably rushing somewhere, unaona umechelewa, unaamua wacha nipaka hapa, ama unaamua wacha nishuke hii matatu nishike bodaboda. It is the easiest way. And why I started by saying perhaps the most reliable and most common today form of transport is because mahali gari haitafika, bodaboda itafika. Mahali train haitafika, bodaboda itafika. Mahali ndege haitafika, bodaboda itafika. So largely this is one of the form of transport that we cannot overlook. Mafuta.
A challenge, a very, very big challenge. Yeah. Unaamka unapata mafuta. Initially, I remember nikianza business, petrol was going for 86 shillings.
Per liter.
Per liter.
Interesting.
Yes.
Today is double the amount.
It's double the amount, even more.
Even more.
Yeah. But I really thank my clients because they understand the prevailing measures in the market. Ukimwambia yeye mwenyewe anaelewa, ukimwambia mafuta ilipanda bei, if it's a place we used to go with 300, ataongeza 50 bob or 100 bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We live by that.
You live by that. Lakini pia na nyinyi mnatugonganga bei.
Sio sisi wabaya.
Ni nani wabaya? Mafuta.
Yeah, in business tuliambiwa the final cost goes to the customer. Yes.
You know, kuna ka distance kenye unaona enyewe waka ka distance hata nika 30 bob ama hata 50 bob. Lakini unagongwa tu. And I mean those are some of the indisciplines that I would want to understand what you're doing as, you know, the heads of this industry to streamline it, because pia na sisi ndio tupate confidence ya kuamini ya kwamba bodaboda iko hapo in existence and all that. We have to understand what is being done to make sure that that aspect of discipline is maintained. And I'm sure hata nyinyi wenyewe mnakasirika ya kwamba ukiangalia wakiamka wanasema bodaboda riders ndio wanachangia uwizi kwa wingi. And I mean as juzi tu hata wiki moja ijaisha niliona wengine wanapita na bodaboda na mama mwingine amebebwa hapo na kibeti yake, vile walipita na hiyo kibeti na niko barabara kwa highway. First of all, the risk is what I don't understand. Unaona? So by the time huyu bodaboda rider ameenda mbio sana, inamaanisha alikuwa ana understand ule mtu mwenye ako nyuma yake alikuwa una mission ya kufanya uwizi and all that. So what is happening in terms of making sure that the industry is regulated, that there is discipline kwa hao watu ambao wako kwa bodaboda, so that we can also have confidence and also help in growing this entity?
Okay. Yes, thank you. Let me tackle that issue of security. According to last year, if you can remember, we had an issue with the harassment of a lady. Just
yes. Na pikipiki
zenyu zikachukuliwa nyingi sana. I was here that time.
Okay.
Discussing the matter.
Sidhani hata pikipiki zimerudishwa. If you go to Parklands police stations, I think zimejaa.
Yes,
until now.
Yes, kuna during that time tulikaa chini na serikali na tukajaribu kujieleza na tukapata ya kwamba kuna zile bike watu walipatiwa. Lakini kuna zile mpaka za hizi still bado hatujafanya nini, wenyewe hawajapata pikipiki zao. Reason behind ile bike, mwenye bike hana documents. Unaona? Na that's one way ya kujaribu kutoa wale watu ambao wako kwa stage but hawako serious kwa bodaboda. Wako na nia zao. Now, during that time, we came up with a regulation whereby all bodabodas to be in circle. You see? And for now, if every ward or every area has its circle, then the circle subscribes to the association.
Okay.
So we as an association, with the conjunction with the circle, we can identify and know these are the riders who are operating from this area under this circle.
Okay.
You see? And now we have gave the NTSA the list of the bodabodas in that circle. So if anything happens within that area, the NTSA can identify this circle, this motorbike belongs to a certain circle.
Okay.
Now the greater problem is, nowadays, I'm a parent. My son have just done KCC last year. And since I'm waiting for him, or even we have also lady riders, I'm waiting for him to join university. So for me to keep him busy, I go and buy a bike and give my son. Okay? And yet huyu kijana bado akili zake ni shanga. So once akiingia tu hivi kwa pale kwa stage, mahali nitamwambia wewe enda ukae hapo bebange. Akibeba pale ajipate ako na 1,000 na hana budget ya hiyo 1,000, anaanza sasa kuona raha. Ile siku atakosa ile pesa. Ndio anaanza kusema na sasa nashi ile simu. You see? So inaanzia hapo. So for us kama viongozi na tunahimiza sana. Na we have a plan whereby hizi bodaboda zote ambazo ziko kwa sako. We are calling for a crackdown. With the commandant. So that whoever is not in a circle should not be given a chance to operate.
Are the measures too hard, or is it very expensive and unfair to be under a SACCO or an association? Otherwise, why would they not want to be part of the SACCO, the larger?
For you to be in a certain SACCO is very cheap. Very cheap. In fact, in some SACCOs, there's a registration fee. Maybe you find a SACCO registering people with 500 only. So manageable money. You see? But now, since this guy does not, the government or the association, to get his contact, That's why they don't agree to join the SACCO.
And we'll come back to understand the benefits of joining the SACCO for the bodaboda themselves, apart from the society.
Yes.
Are you part of a SACCO ama nitakukinda hapa sahi? Ama tulenge hiyo story. Na hiyo pia tutaki kusema kama uko kwa association ama kama uko kwa SACCO.
I'm in a SACCO.
You're in a SACCO.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not a bodaboda SACCO.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now that is also another thing. Are you a part of the association?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
yes,
yes.
I have an association number.
Yes. Ah, well, that's good. So there's a way that once you join in, umenunua pikipiki yako, you're guided and you're told this is how you go about it.
Exactly.
All right. So what are some of the difficulties that you experience that perhaps could get you or some of you to these spaces of crime? You know, because you don't understand why one would decide, you know, not just to beba watu vizuri vile inafaa, and then they decide to shift to crime.
You know what pains me sometimes? It's peak hour, umetoka unaenda home.
Yeah.
Uko kwa gari yako, ulikuwa umesongesha kio chini. Then unachungulia kwa side mirror, unaniona ndio mimi nakuja. What do you do? Si utapandisha kio yako?
Fear.
What made you do so?
Hata mimi nimefanya hivyo mara kadhaa. Because there's that feeling, hey, atapita na kasimu, hey, atafanya nini, hey, you know.
Correct. Now, gari imekuishia mafuta.
Na kupigia simu niende
utasimamisha nani?
Wewe.
Why?
Nikupatie kama mtu.
Mbona ulipandisha kio?
You tell us where did the rain start beating us?
Well, it pains me when I see I understand their fears. Unaona watu wa magari ukipita kwa jam anapandisha kio yake, he is thinking that this person can be a thief, anaweza nibia. It pains me. Yeah. Especially when mimi napita anapandisha, hata ukijaribu kumsalimia hapana, anafinya inafanya mbio sana. Yeah. And then unapata akiwa na shida, the same very person I'll be giving him the first assistance before hata ambulance ifike ama anything, hata polisi. Well, we have those few elements within us. Few elements. Unapata msee ako tu kwake anafikiria nifanye nini, anaenda wanafundishana kuendesha pikipiki kwa uwanja, the next thing anaingia kwa barabara hata ajui traffic rules. Ndio that's why unapata most people wenye wana cause accident, most wenye mimi nimekutana na wao, they don't have a driving license. They don't have gears. Yani wakatu kimalamala, mtu ameingia amevaa slippers na kajacket, ameingia kwa barabara anataka kukubeba. That's why most the times naambianga my clients wale nafanyianga kazi, ukienda kwa stage kubebwa, hata muulize unatumianga insurance gani? Ushaiuliza mtu wa pikipiki kama uko na insurance? To be honest,
siku ile nilibondwa.
Ndio unamuuliza, lakini ukibeba huko muuliza. You see, those are some of the few safety things we should be considering sisi kama watu wenye wanatumia pikipiki. You see, ukimuuliza hivyo mtu mwingine akuja amuulize kama uko na insurance, watatu amuulize, it will click a thing in his mind that I need to put this thing in my bike. Now, another thing, I think our government failed in a way. Like, kunajua kuna vitu hawezi nunua kama una license.
Okay.
Example, a drone. You can't operate a drone kama una license.
Yes,
true.
Yes.
But coming to a pikipiki, unapata watu wengi wako kwa pikipiki na hawana license. And we have these financing institutions. Wanakupea pikipiki, they don't care kama uko nayo ama hauna. Wao aje yao ni pesa. I think the government we should regulate these financial institutions. Wakipeana pikipiki, they make sure huyu mtu wanapea pikipiki ni over 18, ako na valid driving license, is capable kuendesha pikipiki kwa barabara. By doing so, I think itakuwa inacap a lot of these menaces. Unaona hapa njuu msi haezi amka tu ingie kwa barabara juu anajua nikishikwa, nisiposhikwa I can do this. I think hapo tu ndio kuna shida kidogo.
Yes.
Maybe to add something. You see, also the NTSA, they have failed us. Okay. In a very big capacity. Because now, for me to do the transactions for this logbook, when I'm purchasing that bike, in my team's account, I must open the team's account. Yes. And the person to approve that team's account is the NTSA side, so that the transaction can go through. Then the NTSA should make a question in the application, which circle do you belong to, before the processing of the bike.
Okay.
So for now, if they can...
So you first to get to join a SACCO so that the bike is processed,
yes.
or you get the bike first?
You be registered to a certain SACCO. If you are buying that bike for Bodaboda, let's be very clear before you purchase the bike.
But we also need to acknowledge that most of the bikes that are out here, the drivers are not the owners of the bikes. So kama mimi niko na pikipiki kama 3 4 5 napatia ma drivers huko. So it is me as the owner to register, or it is the people who are riding this, or the drivers of the bike.
Now, let me ask you one question.
Yes.
Do all matatus within Kenya belong to the drivers?
No, they don't.
They belong
in fact,
to?
Most of them have owners while
yes.
about your drivers.
You see?
Yes.
So for me to get the bike, let me be a member of that. The registration of that car, of that bike belongs to a certain SACCO.
So it's the owner of the rider?
So now the owner of the bike now will come to the SACCO.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
I want to join this SACCO and don't have a rider. So can you give me a rider? Or I have a rider. Can you register my rider to be part of your SACCO?
Okay.
You see?
Yes.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So an owner can join in, and they have a couple of bikes, so they are joining in as the owner in their capacity.
Yes.
And so out of the bicycles that he or she has, then they register all the drivers or all the riders of this bike.
Yes.
Okay, that's quite interesting. How much of a collective responsibility is it for us to make sure that this insanity that is there? Unasema ati nitaona mtu unapandisha nini. I mean, how much is it a responsibility for us all to make sure that we sanitize this? Because we tend to leave it for the riders, we tend to leave it for the associations to address this, but in our own capacity as the people, maybe we have not done much. Do you think the society is failing you?
Exactly. For one, as my brother has said, it's good for you to ask the rider, do you have an insurance? Do you have a DL? You see? And for the community, before you ride a bike, because you have seen many scenarios where you just found a bike just at the side of the road, unaweza nipeleka mahali fulani? Nakwambia yes. Unakalia bike, huyo mtu hata hujajua hata ile bike umepanda. Wewe ni kukalia tu na kuwe. But just wakati unakalia ile bike, ukiweza kuidentify ile number plate, kitu kihappen hapo mbele, utakuwa na capacity ya kusema hivi imehappen hivi na hivi. Tumeona a scenario whereby maybe umeenda na yule rider hana driving license, hana insurance, na hana makosa. Maybe amegongwa na the other party.
Okay.
So yeye sio wakulaumiwa kulingana na the skin of accident ama ile kitu imetendeka. But since hana driving license, maybe mteja ameanguka chini na yeye anasikia hajaumia sana na bike ijaumia. So akiamka anachukua bike anaenda. So wewe ukikuuliza hiyo bike ilikuwa imebeba kutoka wapi? Hapo tu kwa jeni nisamia nikakalia. So for me now to look for that bike inakuwa ngumu. So unaona hakuna kitu nitafanya. Naona? But kama utaniambia hiyo motorbike ilikuwa imenibeba ni K something. You see? Now I'll just maybe like now as for the work ladies and the companies, I'll just send that number plate to that company. They will tell me the rider of that motorbike comes from a certain field area, so I will just contact the chairman of that area and need this bike. For instance, for that case of last year.
Yes.
Before the DCI entered to the investigation, we as association
had already taken.
We had done our investigation and found that motorbike was bought at industry area, and the owner stays at Mukulu kwa Jenga.
Okay.
So it's idea.
Yes.
So also the community, before you go to the bike, know who is wearing from one place to the other. Even the person. Tumeshaona mtu amekuja kwa stage, naweza tu mahali town, shika hii barua nipeleke mahali fulani.
Barua ifike.
Unaona? Na maybe yule ametamka barua na yule person yule customer rider akachukua ile barua kufika hapo mbele akafungua, kube ni vile tu alitumiwa pesa kutoka America. Akifika hapo anaona 100k. Na niko na shida na huyu mtu atujuani anaenda mitini. So wewe utakuja kwa stage utaambia nilibebwa na mmoja wenu hapa.
Unatafuta sura ya huyo mtu. Unatafuta
bike yake hata sijui nilimuita tu akakuja. So you see, so even the community just have interaction with the client.
and gentlemen, karibuni sana. This is Dr. Frankie tonight. And of course, on to our first guest of the night. An amazing actress, an award-winning actress, one of the top influencers right now, a top brand ambassador, ladies and gentlemen, and a lady who I respected, of course. I'm proud to call her my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, just listening. Are you ready for something there?
Yes.
You ready, yeah?
Yes.
Give me something, yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Kate Kamau, a.k.a. Kate, actress. How much material
It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, I'm a lot.
Does it give like, is it like normal time to wear like 10 minutes?
Asha.
Ama like lazima uipangie.
Hii lazima shida ni kwenda kwa choo hiyo tu. Yeah.
But they come to think of it. Madam of a jumpsuit. How do you guys go to the washroom? How do you guys deal with that?
That's why we go in pairs to the bathroom.
No, men, you'll never find men going to the washroom in pairs. Anyway, Richie ni aje. Nasikia kusojo. Hebu dishi. I think ladies are so privileged. You guys can even call each other boo, babe, sweetheart. Imagine now me, I'm now calling Richie. Richie babe, ni aje. Unakamjobosa ngapi na saxophone?
But we are okay with that.
Never.
Yeah.
Kate, welcome on the show. You are our first guest ever. Piga makofi. Tuko na interior design round hii.
Hii ni Wajakoya ama
check relax. Usiseme na nguvu we. Nakada wana watch, nakada.
Ni sponsored.
Let me ask, have you ever tried?
No, what is that?
Eh?
No.
Haujawahi? Under by mistake.
But now I know it because of Wajakoya.
Oh really? So hujaipita kwa campaign ya Wajakoya by mistake ukaisikia? Have you ever tried drugs at any point?
Which one?
You're a clean,
I'm a role model.
Role model. Sawa kwa Listen, do you have enough role models in the industry anymore? Or because I've seen these days people do their own things, they mess up on social media, then they come and say, listen, I was not born to be a role model, I'm living my own life. Do you think that is the correct way to handle it?
And I think what Akothe says, I did not choose to be a role model. It's my career that inspired you to give me that title. So you cannot give me the pressure to become a role model.
With these measures that you have put, do you think there's been an improvement? Because pia watu ukiwauliza watakwambia cases za wizi zimezidi, sijui cases za accidents na mtu kutoroka zimezidi. If you go to say Kenyatta National Hospital, ukienda ile wing ambayo iko na watu cases za accidents za bodaboda, man, is bad, yeah? It's scaring, you know? And then you ask yourself, even with the coming of associations, the SACCOs, you know, all these disciplinary measures that are there, are we improving?
Yes, we are improving because like now, within Nairobi, I have 400 riders who are at training right now.
Yes.
With the AA driving school, I have a branch here in Westlands. Is going with a student of allowed 8 students, Kawangwale, Karen, Himalandaima, Lualaka, and all this is done by partnership with banks.
Okay.
The Co-Foundation has sponsored for those riders to get the smart DL. So you see there's improvement. And this improvement comes whereby me being the chair of the association, I work with the SACCO. I won't take you to school and yet you are not in the SACCO. So you see, in that opportunity, I register more members in that SACCO. You see?
Yes.
So I want to empower those SACCOs within our territories.
Yeah.
You see? So if you're not a member of SACCO, now for you to get to benefit from the partnership of BAK, you must be in a certain SACCO that subscribes to BAK.
Lakini pia nyinyi ambao mlianza kitambo mwanzo, nafikiri wamekuwa makatel sana. Sijui kama ulipata difficulty ya kupata shimo, unasema mlikutana na wale mlikuwa mnafanya mlikuwa kwa shimo moja.
Lucky enough for me, when I began this Bodaboda business, I was using these online hailing apps.
Okay.
Initially nilikuwa nafanyia kazi Ngong Town. So when this online hailing app came along, I went and registered myself. Nikaingia town, nikaanza kufanya kazi. I never used to have a place that nenda
specific.
Yeah. Juu unapata ukisha drop customer hapa, unapata mwingine, unaenda, unazunguka. At the end of the day, hata haupati hata time ya kukula. You see? By doing so, nikakuja nikapata nazoea, nikikuja stage huu nikimjua leo, naenda kuja siku ingine, naenda ile stage ingine. So it was easier for me because I could stop anywhere.
Yeah.
Because unaongea na watu, you talk with them like mnakuwa friendly. Si unajua kuna ile unaenda kwa wenyewe unaenda kuchokoza. I wasn't that kind of a person. Yeah. Unajua kuna mtu anaweza kuja kwa stage yenu na hawezi beba. And that's a rule actually. Well, sikuwa na any issue until I began doing deliveries, ndio niliingia CBD. I paid for the licenses, which are very expensive by the way, and everything. So sijawahi kuwa na issue yeti nilipie shimo ndio nifanyie kazi huko.
And we'll come back to, you know, just how expensive and fair it is for you to run this business and what the associations and the leaders are doing to make sure that this is easy. Nasikia kununua bodaboda yenyewe ni harambee. Juzi we ran a story hapa kwa TV yetu ya vile hawa financiers ama wale watu ambao wanakuuzia bodaboda ulipe malipo ya polepole wanakukulia hata kabla umalize kulipa wameshachukua bodaboda. It's quite an unfortunate story to even watch. But here we are, you know, and we speak to hizi mashimo. Even when you want to just set up, you know, unasangine unasaidia, like they say, not everyone is able to buy a bodaboda, but you know, there are people who can ride bodaboda, so kuwapatia hata employment sio mbaya. But I'm telling you kupata shimo. And I've personally been on a bodaboda, umekaa hivi, na unaona zingine zinakuja zinasimama mbele na zinasimama zote zinakufungia, nasema shuka. Umepanda mahali penye ziko shimo yako. And it's even scaring for the client.
Yes.
What goes on in such cases?
Okay, now for you to have the shimo, the stage where you operate from, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It is very simple and it's not complicated.
Okay.
Because for now, maybe like my brother said, he joined this industry in 2019. Me, I joined the industry of Bodaboda in 2009.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So I have the experience of what is going on in the ground.
Nyinyi ambao mliingia kitambo.
Yes,
Unaleta shida.
Yeah, hapo ndio unataka sasa kuuza mizizi yenyewe. Sasa unapokuja kwa ile stage, unapata wale watu wameshajipanga, maybe there are 10 people. Yeah. What we normally do is not registration ama kukuuzia chimo. No.
Unachukua 100,000 alafu mnagawana hapo wenyewe mnakula.
Hakuna, haikuwa higawanwi.
Inafanywa nini?
Inakuwa ni welfare of that stage. Listen, umeingia kwa stage leo na wewe umechukua bike jana. Still bado hujaelewa kutumia hii bike. Kutumia bike.
Okay.
Unaona?
Okay.
Alafu umetoka tu hapo just some distance. Sababu hujazoea, umeguza gari ya mtu. Okay? Unaambiwa na mwenyewe, mimi sitaki mambo mingi, nitengenezea gari yangu, tuachane. Unaona? Na maybe yule mtu mwenye aliingia jana, hajui hata mambo ya policy ya insurance inaanzia wapi. Unaona? So now for that stage to have the welfare, wanakuambia fanya hivi, leta registration ya 5,000. In case something can happen, ile pesa yako ndio inachukua na kufanya nini? Inakusaidia.
Umeshawaenda kwa zile shimu unaitishwa 100. Sasa pikipiki yenyewe hizo miaka ulikuwa unanunua labda 70k.
Yeah.
Sasa hii umeitishwa na 100. So yani ndio uanze hii biashara lazima ukuwe na approximately 300,000. Isn't that unfair? Na unajua vizuri sana watu wenye wanachukua hizi bodaboda mtu anaanzia chini.
Hata amechukua mkopo.
Mkopo. Unajaribu tu at least kuona kama unaweza jinua. Uone kama ina discourage.
Hiyo miaka ya 2014, 2019 hapo, hiyo charge ilikuwa kubwa sana. Unanipata? Na hapo ndipo BK tulianzisha muungano wetu kama viongozi wa bodaboda. And these are the issues ambazo tumekuwa tukiaddress. Naona, mtu ameinvest, amesave, amenunua pikipiki, akifika pale kwenda kutafuta stage, anaambiwa hapa ndio hii pikipiki yako operate hapa, we need 30,000.
Yeah.
Naona. So unaona yule mtu sasa inabidi akuwe rebellion kwa ile stage.
Yeah.
Sababu hana pesa, amenunua pikipiki ni ya mkopo na watu wa mkopo wanataka alipe daily. Unaona? So tukakaa chini tukajaribu kuulizana na viongozi. Hii pesa mnapelekanga wapi? Ndio nimekuambia most of the investigation imekuwa ni welfare of that member.
Okay.
Naona?
Yeah.
It's not a must uende uonge gari ya mtu. You can get self-involved in accident. Wewe mwenyewe umefujika mguu. Unaona? You need kwa nyumba unalipa, unakula.
Yeah.
So ile welfare stage, it will cater for you for a period of yenye utakuwa umeumia. So most of the people wanasemaga ni pesa ya shimo.
Yeah.
No. is the kit of welfare of that stage.
Let's give it to the Bodaboda fraternity. Mumefanya kitu ya maana sana in terms of kukua na umoja.
Yes.
Hiyo tunajua. In terms of umoja and in terms pia kujiweza kujisaidia, kuingia kwa masako, kununua structures ambazo zinawasaidia long term. That one we give it to you. Speak to him as the chair of the association and also as one of the key people when watu wa Bodaboda wakiitwa hivi waongee kuhusu shida zao, watakuwa ndio watu ambao wataitwa. Ni vitu vipi ambavyo labda hizi challenges ambazo unaweza taka wa address? Like you have said, it is very expensive maybe insurance, it is very expensive kununua bodaboda yenyewe, it is very expensive kufanya vitu 2 na 3. What are some of these things that you'd wish for them as your leaders to address?
If I had a chance to speak with our president today, angalia watu wa pikipiki from this point. You know, we have a fund called Youth Fund, right? But I don't think that inasaidia, as from my perspective, sioni kama inasaidia youth vile inafaa.
Ni youth hawajui jinsi ambavyo wanafaa kwenda kuchukua na wazi nini ama ni kusaidia isaidi?
I don't know.
Have you tried to access the fund?
As for me now, let me tell you the challenges I face. I went to the office of Youth Fund, and then the qualifications ama the requirements that they need for me to have that fund, some things that naona haiwezi. Like unakuitisha bank statement ya 6 months of at least 10,000 ama 20,000 in your bank. Mimi ni youth, sina job. I don't have a job ama business yenye inaweza generate at least 10,000 monthly kwa business yangu. I depend from labda ni kwenda mjengo, muwezi lipo mjengo na bank. Correct. So unapata unaitishwa bank statement ya 6 months, a lot of stuffs, but zenye zina discourage you kurudi waone kwenda kufanya vitu zingine. But unapata kuna a financial institution anakuambia leta 5,000 nikupe pikipiki, utalipa pole pole. Sasa sina any other option, nitapeana. And then you find out that their interest rates
ziko juu
sana. That's why you find mtu anaona, unajua wakikukujia wanatunumanga wale warembo mademu.
Kumbe mnaingishwanga box.
Okay. Wale wenye nakuongelesha 1 2 3 unaingia box unaenda. But when it comes to repossession of that bike, zile sura unaona kidogo ni kali sana. Sio hawa walikuja kuniambia nichukue loan. So I will ningekuwa na opportunity ya kuongea to any leader who is responsible for either youth ama anybody, ningemwambia
the Bodaboda association kama huyo.
Yes. Youth fund ikue kama ni mtu anakuja kuchukua, unajua ukichukua youth fund unachukua na interest yao ni 1%, but hao wengine ni 7 8 9 10%. So unaona serikali haiangalii hii side nyingine. As of now ukienda kwa yard ya pikipiki, kuna moja iko pale Lang'ata Road, almost 200 bikes siku tu hapo. Kuna wajamaa wengine tulikuwa tunafanya na wao pikipiki tu, wengine walinyang'anywa wakaenda wakachukua tena wakanyang'anywa, ilibidi wameenda ushago juu sasa hakuna kitu kingine watafanya. So if that youth fund ingewasaidia in a way that, unajua we are Kenyans, the same way that financial institution inakuitisha kama ni ID guarantor and the staff, youth fund pia should do the same because it's for us the youths.
Before Chair I respond, just how good is this business? And I'm asking good in the sense that maybe inaweza kusustain lifestyle yako na upate ka extra uweke mahali, as in unaweza make like how much in a day?
It's not guaranteed that I'll make 10,000, 5,000, 1,000 a day. It's like a charity game with this one.
You gamble kabisa.
You gamble. Juu nikiamka asubuhi, sijasign na mtu mahali eti I'm going to work for you. It's only by faith that you will call me nikulete lunch, you will call me nikufanyie errand ABCD. But then it's no bad business. And no business is bad ukijipanga vizuri. And ukijua kumanage, hata kama unapata 500 a day, if you know how to manage this 500, you are better off than mtu mwenye anapata 2,000 a day. Juu unaweza pata mwenye anapata 2,000 a day, pombe iko hapo wa mama and sherehe nini hana savings. But wewe una 500 yako, ukikula 200 usave 300, siku zikienda by the end of the month huyu mwenye anapata hii pesa ingine hana, lakini wewe you have something.
Yes. Okay, so here we are. The challenges are there and you know them. you know, and maybe these are challenges that you've tried to address over time unsuccessfully. What will it take to give these young men and women, and even the old ones that are in this industry, you know, the faith and the confidence that, you know, it is worth the fight?
Yeah. First of all, let me tackle the issue of youth fund.
Yeah.
The challenge as an association we are facing is whereby the number, if you go as a person, you don't make it.
Okay.
Yes.
You won't make it. So you'll be forced to join a group. Okay? And in that group, for you to get the youth fund, you must be a group in between 20 and above.
Wow.
20 people up to 100. Okay? And now, when it comes to that group, let's call group A, the leadership should be below 35. Okay?
Yeah.
Should be below
because
that,
the youth bracket, yes.
The youth
bracket, yeah.
But now you find these young guys, if you give them the leadership, again it fails.
Yes.
So you find that the share of that group is above 35. So for that group to access the youth fund
is a problem.
It's a problem. Okay? In some scenarios, you will find a group whereby they have alleged themselves. The chairperson and the treasurer and the team are under 35. But the patron of that group is above the age.
So he locks them out.
No, you don't lock them because he acts as the CEO of the group.
Yes. No, so I'm saying he's going to lock them out from getting the loan, or
So for them to access that loan, so they have managed themselves. They have the leadership below 35. They have been savings throughout. They have the statement, as my brother has said. So when they go to acquire the youth fund, market is a group of that people, a membership of that members. And then when they go and apply the youth fund, the qualification they are going to get from the other aid, they will get 100K.
What will 100K do?
That's the first batch.
That's the first batch. You can't be given
anything beyond
more than that.
That cannot even buy one bike.
So if they get that 100K, the only thing they can do, everybody will have an insurance cover. And yet you have to pocket in some, you have to cough some money for the insurance cover. So you see, so they will find themselves, there's no need to go for this youth fund.
Okay.
Because
so what is the driving force? And I think, I hope that, you know, you people as the association are trying to push to address.
So what we are trying to say is that if it's a group loan, give them a loan that can sustain them.
Yeah.
Not a loan
can do something
just make them to mark time.
Yeah.
Yes, we have our youth fund loan, but we are not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
You see. Yeah. So if they can agree, even a group of 5 people, they can access that loan, okay? And maybe they get like 500,000. That one will make them somehow for the business. Maybe they have the intention of they open a shop for the spare part for themselves.
Yes.
So with 100,000, you can't open a spare part because let's take for example the chokes. These chokes, if you want to buy these chokes, you need to have 15K. Just one choke.
Most of the times you will want to buy anyway, the most as long as you're on the road, because it is Naribika,
Yeah. So the access of government funds is a problem. Not even the youth fund. We have GovFund. The same. You'll find a group whereby, like now for the Gov, because I have been trying to do so with the Nairobi County, you'll find a group of Bodaboda which have applied for the Gov. You'll just get 100,000. Then you get a group of wamama wamejiunga mahali. Utasikia wamama wako 20 wamepatiwa $500,000.
Unajua ngafu ni ya wamama sana sana.
Atukatai, but at the end of the day, tukirudi kwa nyumba, ile mama amepata na mimi nimepata, tunaweka pamoja.
Na is there a space?
No. Ataangalia yangu yenye nimepata.
Hapana, maisha imebadilika. Unasema wewe hapana bwana, siku hizi mambo ni tofauti. Sisi tunaweka kwa meza, yeye anaweka kwa meza, tunapanga mikakati kama familia.
I disagree with that.
Now you see the fact is mimi kama mzee nimekuja na 1,000 kwa sababu ile finance niko nazo na biashara yangu inatoa hiyo. Lakini ya mama sababu ilipata boost. Unaona ilipata boost. Mama atakuja na 5k. Nitaongea kwa hiyo nyumba.
Utaongea?
Sitaongea.
Unajua sisi ni akina mama. Wazee wetu wanaongea. Na sasa ingine tunakuja na mingi.
And most definitely hautajua kama alipewa hiyo 5,000. Yes.
Okay. Is there a space for women in the bodaboda industry as we come to a close and also there is a space wako?
Yes.
Vile mnatuongelelea hivi hata mtu anaweza pumua hapo kwa hiyo shimo.
Hapana, wanaongea.
Wanaingia.
Yes, kuja hapa Ajip. Fika hapa tu Ajip kwenyewe. Not Ajip, GPO. Just hapo ukiingia kama unaenda wako. There's a lady there, naitwa Faith. Enda pale NSSF. Kuna Jacqueline, an artist. Ako hapo. Unaona? Kuja hapa Nyerere. Kuna Udo. So tuko nao. Enda Ludhuri Avenue.
It's only that
we have ladies.
Most ladies ukiwaambia kuja tufanye kazi ya bodaboda, they are like, mimi ni bebe wa baba, wanishike.
Na kweli wanakushika.
In fact, in the class I'm training now, I have 13 ladies who are training right now.
So there's an aspect of training as well.
Yes.
Okay. Before you get to that point, so what is this driving force as we come to a close that keeps you saying that, you know, in as much as kuna challenges, tuko hapa?
As the driving force ni at the end of the day, you know, siwezi tegemea mtu akuje kunilipia rent, akuje to sort all my bills. I'll have to push myself. And as a youth, unajua country yetu sahi, hauwezi amka asubuhi uende na mapepa zako kutafuta kazi na upewe. I have to push myself. Nikiamka asubuhi najiambia it's me and myself. You know, na hii kazi naifanya as me. I have to love it. First and foremost, lazima niipende. Nikiamka asubuhi najua this is part and parcel of me. Lazima niipende. Siwezi kuwa kama wale watu wengine like kuna stages zingine mimi unapita. I really sympathize with people. Watu wa bodaboda unapata mtu ako tu na slippers na kavest na kofia. Ako tu hapo stage nani asubuhi anangojea, ama akikuona anaanza kukuinulia mkono. Unashangaa ni mimi anaita ama ni nani? Mtu tu hako vile hako. You see, I took it personal when Expressway was being built. And then pale where we have Imara Mall, trailer ilikuwa tuseme inatoka Tawi ikienda Mombasa. Then this guy just crossed the road anyhowly. Then kulikuwa na unyevunyevu kwa barabara, akateleza, akaanguka. The truck came, akapita. Unaona hapo katikati ya miguu ya nyuma? Hapo ndio kichwa.
Akaponea?
No, he died. Hapo ndio kichwa tu ilikuwa inatokea na mkono hivi. He didn't have an helmet. Then another one happened there mahali tuko na Standard Media Group. Hapo tu. The rider mwenye alikuwa mbele yangu alideviate akaenda kwa pavement ndio apite trailer. So kuenda kupita kulikuwa kumenyesha, akaingia akugonga pavement vizuri, akateleza akaanguka. Hata trailer iko on a speed. Ilimkanyaga. Mimi nilisimama tu, ilimkanyaga hapo akakufa. Tukojaribu kuita trailer, unajua alienda to the blind spot ya dereva, hakuona. Sasa dereva yeye kufinya brakes, amefinyia yeye kwa shingo. He died. He was a rugby referee. Na hakuwa na helmet.
Na hiyo ukosa na helmet, hiyo ni story nyingine kubwa sana. Hata kama na hiyo sio excuse. Let us agree. There's no excuse to you not having a helmet and as well for your clients.
Yes. I tend to tell most of wale riders in Nakwanga, I have influenced around 20 of them to have
always have helmet.
To always wale wenye mimi najua personal, nawaambianga tu nikifika tu kwa stage natoa helmet naweka hapo, nawaambia hii kitu it's very expensive, yes, but it saves life. Najua hii kitu ukiwa nayo, the degree of injury yenye ungekuwa nayo ukipata accident, hii ingekusave kidogo. And then another thing with the riders, hatuna NHIF card. Unapata mtu akipata accident, we'll have to kuita arande.
Hiyo nayo ni makosa yenyu pia.
It is there. I tend to kuambia pia wale riders wenye niko na wao, wale wenye naweza ongea na wao wenye I can reach, na waambia the goodness of having an insurance and NHIF card, it will save you a big time.
Very, very important. All right, it might not save you this year, but it could save you next year, or it could save your friend the other year. Chair.
Yes. Now, when it's come to our leaders, you see, discipline starts with you. Me, I always tell my members that when you put your ignition on, you have 2 destinations. Back to home,
City mortuary.
or city mortuary. When you
Decide.
when you switch on, make your mind very clear that it's not a must to come back in the evening. You might be somewhere else. But the preferable place to be in the evening is back to your home. So if you are in a road, please make sure you use the right route, obey the rules. You see. Then for the helmet and the reflector, hatufanya kwa sababu ya kalau. No.
For your own good.
Speaking of which, nikikuja hapa saa hii asubuhi pale kwa roundabout ya Ujijo. Kulikuwa na jam, but there were these civilian police officers.
Yes, yeah, they are there.
Saa hii mwacha.
There are 3 of them.
Yes. They came and chomoa funguo for the 3 riders wenye walikuwa next to me.
Yes.
And nikangoja pia mimi achomoe yangu. Unajua saa hiyo roho inaanza
Unadunda nini unaangalia kama uko
hakutoa yangu. Akamwambia sukumeni pikipiki. Mbona mkui kama huyu? He was using me.
Yes.
Ani roho yangu tu. Nilifurahia nikasikia. Yeah. See, they don't take safety as
an important thing.
Yeah.
Very important.
So kuna wale anaona nikivaa helmet nimevaa sababu nisishikwa na kalamu. Nikiweka insurance nimeweka sababu ya nipite tu askari. Unaona? In fact, like in 2016, that's the time I was the chairman of Kalamba Circle within Karen Ward, where I normally operate. I made my investigation and found that most of the riders had insurance not valid.
Wow.
Mtu anaenda kwa cyber anachukua insurance yako ya gari, anaimanipulate, anakuja anaweka kwa pikipiki. Wacha ifike wakati accident imetokelezea. The officer from traffic anakuja anaangalia ile insurance number, anapata insurance ni ya gari. Na hata hii gari ni lori na iko kwa pikipiki. So personally being the chairman, nilifanya crackdown. Tutajua kuhakikisha insurance zote ziko valid na nijue ulinunua kwa duka gani. Unaona? So pia sisi tunaomba our leaders, let's come to the circle. Right now, most of the circles tumeengage na insurance companies ambazo zinawalipa. In fact, kama ni accident ikitendeka, I have a number of riders ambao wameumia na through the channel of policy wameweza kupata. Do you know for if the bike is towed by the what do you call them? Breakdown.
Yes.
Do you know you're not supposed to pay? The insurance is supposed to pay.
To pay for you.
For you.
Okay.
But most of the riders anakibianga pale kwa police station, anaambiwa lipa pesa ya breakdown, pesa ngapi? 5,000. Kwa mfuko analipa. Akiwa na claim, insurance ikiclaim inapatiwa pesa inaenda nayo.
Kutakuwa na wakati mwingine ambapo tutazungumza labda the knowledge, how these people are supposed to understand what are their rights, what are the rights of their clients, what they're supposed to do, what are some of the things that wakifanya zinaonekana kama wamevunja sheria and all that, but time will not allow us to do it right now. Lakini nashukuru sana kwa sababu ya muda wenyu. Jinsi ya kujoin some of these circles that are there, labda kuna mtu ambaye ana watch sasa na hana idea, itakuwa vizuri ukiwaambia.
Okay, to join the circle, just visit the area where you operate. We have our offices there. Even ukienda tu kwa Shimo ulize ofisi yenu ya sako hapa ya bodaboda iko wapi, utaelezewa. Na ukikuwa umeshindikana, just come to our office. We are at the Blues House, 13th floor. Come there, we will direct to the area you operate, na utapata ile sako iko hiyo area. I have done so even not within even a lobby, because we have the body of the national. If you are operating in Lamu, I will tell the chairman of Lamu. You are operating in Turukana, I will just connect you. We have our national chairman, Bwana Kevin Mubandi. We normally share the same office with him every day here. Okay. So we tackle issues of the Bodaboda countrywide. And let me say this one because it's very important.
Yes.
Because there has been a war in between the online leaders and the manual leaders.
Yes.
Let me tackle that. Now, we are trying to tell the online leaders and the manual leaders, at the end of the day, the terms mean they are leaders.
Yeah.
So let's stop that quarrels. If somebody is operating in manual, that's his choice.
Yes.
If I'm operating with the online, that's my choice. So the only thing is that I'm trying to make the living go on.
Yes.
So we are all brothers.
That's true.
So let us stop this issue of you belong to online, I belong to manual. No.
Yeah.
Let us have harmony, let us have peace and work as brothers.
This one is operating on both manual and online at the same time. So your account again, so that what waendelee kukusupport.
Before I drop my account, I have a parting shot.
As we close.
Yes, as we
close.
For someone who is out there watching this and maybe he's hopeless, like nitaamka aje, nitaanza kufanyaje kazi, I'll just advise him, ile kitu unafikiria this thing can give me money, just capitalize on it. Yeah. Because initially before I began riding this, mimi nilikuwa mtu wa kusukuma wheelbarrow na kuuza miwa. That's what I used to do. That's why I got my first deposit, nikaekelea pikipiki, and nilikuwa naogopa wanaweza ikujia, but lucky enough I paid yes, in 9 months nilikuwa nimemaliza. Yeah, there is opportunities out here. Usilale tu ukiwa pale home useme I'm a youth, you know, serikali itupatii kazi. You have the skills. Kama bado you have uko na nguvu, mikono yako, everything is okay. There is always everything. There is always something that you can do for yourself. Yeah. And what was that?
Your account, ulipata biashara ya kwanza nini? Twitter.
You can always find me on Twitter as Captain Ochenge, on Facebook at Kerom Deliveries. Yeah, that's where my office is. I do deliveries within Nairobi CBD and its environs. My rates are quite cheap. For those people who have shops, I do deliveries for people who have shops to different places. My rates are quite cheap. Yeah.
All right, let them check you out. Alafu itakuwa vizuri umeweka numbers na kila kitu hapo, si ndio?
Numbers is there.
Asante sana Captain Kerom for that great initiative and equally for that word of advice to majority of us who are out here and sometimes tunalala tu tunasahau maneno.
If there is anybody who wants to do this business of mine, you can just DM me, we can talk, it's free. Giving advice ama kupeana knowledge on what I do, it's free. I don't judge because sitakuwa hapa kila siku.
That's true.
Kesho nitatoka nitakuacha pia wewe ukifanya hii kazi.
But I hope that it grows to a point of you charging, and it's okay, there's nothing wrong with that, for as long as you've disseminated information, and that is the reason why we have learning institutions across. You pay for it and you get knowledge. Asante sana, as well as the chairperson Nairobi